Following the Champions League quarter-finals, the Bundesliga is back. That's right, Munich host Dortmund in Der Klassiker. Leverkusen jump into the ring with the street fighters Union Berlin, whilst Leipzig travel to an out-of-form Wolfsburg. We'll cover these three games. In fact, we'll cover all the games coming up in match day 29. Bayern Munich versus Dortmund, the leaders of the Bundesliga currently, versus 8th. Munich, well, they'll be hurting after their loss to Inter in the Champions League. That defeat cast a spotlight on the frailties in their defence. To be fair to Vincent Kompany, it's a makeshift Munich side being sort of patched together as a result of a growing injury list. Munich are unbeaten in 3 with 2 wins on the spin. They've won 21 out of 28 this campaign, and as a result, they're 6 points clear of Leverkusen at the top. The last 5 head-to-heads with Dortmund see Munich just edge it 2-1. The most recent encounter was back in November, and that ended in a 1-1 draw. Interestingly, Jamie Gittens got the go-ahead goal for Dortmund before the old man Thomas Muller equalised soon after. Those 5 games, by the way, have produced 18 goals. Munich have won 12 out of 14 games in the Bundesliga, scoring 48 times at the Allianz Arena, where they will have 75,000 diehard fans screaming them on. And if you think Munich are hurting, well, that must mean that Dortmund are on life support. That's after they were smashed 4-0 by Barcelona. In the Bundesliga, Dortmund are on a 2-game win streak. They've won 5 and lost 4 under Niko Kovac. Dortmund's away form is horrible, though, with only 4 wins, along with a -8 goal difference. Similar to Kompany, though, Kovac is going to be without key players Slotterbeck, Sabitzer, and most likely Gross. Mind you, Der Klassiker is a rivalry which is played out in a derby atmosphere, so all the form goes out the window in this high-stakes game where Kovac, well, he needs the points to back his late surge for a Champions League place next season. Our one to watch for Munich is Serge Gnabry, the 29-year-old German attacking midfielder. He's made 21 appearances this season. 12 of those times have been off the subs bench. He's come up with 5 goals and 3 assists. He's averaging 0.8 key passes, 0.6 dribbles, and he's averaging 3.25 progressive carries of the ball per game. And our Dortmund one to watch is Carney Chukwuemeka? We'll call him Chuck. Anyway, Chuck, the 21-year-old English attacking midfielder, 5 appearances for him so far in the Bundesliga. 4 of those have been off the bench. He did play in their collapse against Barcelona midweek in the Champions League. He's got 1 goal to his name. That came last time out in match day 28, a deflected shot against Freiburg. No assists so far, but then again, we're only talking about 5 games, right? He's averaging 10.6 passes, 0.8 dribbles, with a pass completion rate of 84.9%. I know, Gonzo, I should have said 85%. But I'm following the guidelines. Our prediction for this match is that Munich will be driven on by a desire to resume winning ways. Their defensive frailties will cause a temporary issue, though, as in they will leak a goal. However, they'll be carried forward by the intensity of that passionate Allianz Arena crowd. Oh, and Thomas Muller will be involved on the action. This could be his last ever Der Klassiker. Anyway, we're going 2-1, Munich, home win. Bayer Leverkusen versus Union Berlin. Second plays 13th. Leverkusen, they've won 3 games on the spin, scoring 8 times. That's 18 wins overall in the campaign now. They've scored 32 goals at home, which is only 2 shy of Dortmund, who are the second highest scorers in the Bundesliga at home. There's only 4 games this season where Leverkusen have failed to score. And a key data point is Leverkusen have only lost twice at home all season. That was to Leipzig and Werder Bremen. Union Berlin, well, they're on a 4-game unbeaten streak. And there's 3 wins in there too. One of those came recently against Frankfurt. They even broke Freiburg's 7-game unbeaten streak. Union has won their last 2 away games, which is a much-needed bump since they've only won 4 games all season. They need to be careful going behind, though. It's happened 16 times, resulting in 4 draws. Weirdly, they've all been 1-1. And only twice have they come from behind to win. That was the 2 wins, by the way, in the recent unbeaten streak. Our one to watch for Bayer Leverkusen is Robert Andrich. That's right, the 30-year-old German defensive midfielder. He's made 20 appearances in the Bundesliga so far this season. He's come up with 2 goals and 1 assist. His last assist was in a 3-2 win at Dortmund. That was back in matchday 21. He's averaging 1.2 interceptions, 1.1 tackles and 0.4 blocks. Our one to watch for Union Berlin is Andre Schaffer, the 25-year-old Hungarian central midfielder. He's made 20 appearances this season. 8 of those have come off the bench. 1 goal and 1 assist to his name. His last assist was in matchday 19 in a narrow 3-2 loss to Stuttgart. He's averaging 0.4 key passes, 0.5 dribbles and 0.1 crosses per game. Our prediction for this game is that Leverkusen will want to be sending a message to Munich since they won't be kicking off till later in the day. A win would reduce Munich's lead at the top to just 3 points, whilst Xabi Alonso will be looking for a more convincing performance because they've been pretty much below par over the last few weeks. So yeah, we're going with a 3-1 Leverkusen home win, and at least one of those goals will come from Patrick Schick. Wolfsburg versus Leipzig. 12th plays 5th. This is a side with a horrible home record meets a side who matched them for being just as bad on the road. Wolfsburg have lost 3 on the spin and they've all been 1-0 as well. Their last win was 5 matches ago in a 2-1 away win at Bremen. They are just terrible at home. They've registered only 3 wins all season, and that was back in match day 17. Although there was a lot of goals in it. It was a 5-1 mauling of Monchengladbach, which weirdly has perked them up since. They've got a -1 goal difference at home too, having scored 23 but conceded 24. They are a set-piece specialist side with the likes of Maxi Arnold and Jacob Kaminski. 16 goals have been executed from set-piece drills. However, only 5 of those have been pulled off at home. Leipzig, well, their form is patchy with just 2 wins in 5. New manager Zolt Löw got off the mark with a home win in matchday 28 to Hoffenheim. Only 4 wins all campaign, though, for the Red Bulls. None since before the winter break. In fact, get this right, their last away win was all the way back in matchday 13. And they haven't managed to string a win of 2 runs together since matchday 13. That's the same one when they beat Holstein Kiel, followed by Frankfurt. And in another contrast to Wolfsburg, Leipzig have only scored 7 goals from set pieces, with only 1, a mere 1, coming on the road. Our one to watch for Wolfsburg is Jacob Kaminski, the 22-year-old Polish versatile player that is either being deployed as a winger or a wing-back. He's made 17 appearances this season. 8 of those have come off the bench. He's averaging 0.5 crosses, 0.5 dribbles, and 0.9 tackles. What was that, Gonzo? Yeah, a disclaimer. He may end up coming off the bench and just playing 25-30 minutes. Just thought we'd throw that one out there now in case the game comes up and you're like, well, you told us to watch out for this guy and he was just a sub. Anyway, Jacob Kaminski, Polish versatile wing-back / winger. And our one to watch for Leipzig is Riddle Baku, which does sound like a plot from an espionage film set in the Middle East. Riddle Baku is 27. He's German and is a right-sided midfielder. He's made 13 appearances this season. He scored 1 goal. That was in matchday 28. That was a cracker as well against Hoffenheim. No assists. Give him time. Give him chance. He's averaging 1 dribble zero point 0.4 key passes and 0.2 crosses. Riddle Baku. Sorry. Gonzo's still chuckling about the espionage plotline. Our prediction... Stop it, Gonzo. Our prediction... Come on, we're supposed to be experts. Our prediction in this one is that Leipzig will edge it 1-0. We just feel that Leipzig are going to add to Ralph Hasenhüttl's woes and inflict another defeat. A big factor in this is that Wolfsburg's home form, as we've called out, is terrible. Zort Löw and his boss, Jurgen Klopp, will be craving another stab at the Champions League, and that will make it 7 consecutive seasons in the elite competition. And that actually might earn Löw the job on a full-time basis. So yeah, we're going 1-0 home win to Leipzig. TSG Hoffenheim versus Mainz. 5. That's 14th plays 4th. Hoffenheim, well, they've only got 1 win in their last 5. That was back in match day 24. It was a close 1-0 away win at Bochum. Only 4 goals have come in those last 5 games as well. They have a poor home record too. Only 3 wins up to this point in the season. They have scored 21 times at home though, which weirdly is only 2 more than their opponents in Mainz. Mainz though are another team like Wolfsburg who are more successful on the road. Let's hope that doesn't come back to bite me. Hoffenheim have conceded 29 times at home, which is only 5 less than the leakiest team in the Bundesliga this season in Holstein Kiel. And Hoffenheim, as we know, have that dreaded, unwanted record of being on, I believe it's now 35-game streak without keeping the clean sheet at home. Could be 36, 35, either way. That's a consecutive run of somewhere in the mid-30s where they just haven't kept a clean sheet at home. Mainz, meanwhile, well, it's 2 wins in their last 5. However, that last win was 4 games ago. It was 3-1 away to Gladbach. That was part of a 4-game win streak, which was then halted by Freiburg. Mainz are the 3rd highest scoring team away from home with 27 goals. Johnny Burkout has 9 of those 27. Although it's dried up a little while, actually. It's dried up, yeah. Only 4 team goals, as in that's the whole team combined. Only 4 team goals in their last 3 games. And Burkout hasn't scored in 2. Mainz are duking it out with Frankfurt for a 3rd place finish. So they'll be needing the attacking prowess of Burkout, Lee and Niebel to produce goals in this one. Our Hoffenheim one to watch is Bazumana or Baz Toure. I don't think he's any relation to the previous famous Toures. He's a 19-year-old Ivorian attacking midfielder. He's made 7 appearances. 5 of those have been off the bench, but he appears to be getting a regular game under Christian Ilzer. He's averaging 11 passes, 1 key pass, and 0.3 crosses per game. Or is it 0.4? We'll round it up. We'll do him a favour. He's only a little man. Actually, he's not. He's really tall. So there you go. There you go. It's Bazuman Toure of Hoffenheim. Keep an eye out for him. And our one to watch for Mainz is Anthony Cassie, the 27-year-old French right-sided midfielder. Sometimes he is deployed by Bo Henriksen as a right wing-back. He's made 27 appearances so far this season. He's come up with 1 goal and 7 assists. He's a vital part of the machinery at Mainz. In match day 26, he assisted both goals in a 2-2 draw with Freiburg. He's averaging 1.4 key passes, 1 dribble and 1.2 crosses per game. He's a great resource, Anthony Cassie. Our prediction for this one, and this is just a thought off the bat, by the way, that Hoffenheim have a soft underbelly at home, whilst Bo Henriksen, well, he'll want to course correct Mainz's recent drop in form and get back to winning ways because they haven't won in 4. Plus, Mainz will want to hold on to a Champions League place, especially when they've got Leipzig, Gladbach and Freiburg all applying pressure. So yeah, we're going with a 3-1 Mainz away win. Monchengladbach versus Freiburg, 6th against 7th. Ooh, this could be tasty. A lot of pressure on this one between the two sides because of the proximity in the table. Gladbach have 3 wins in their last 5, which makes up a 3-game unbeaten streak. They are silently mounting a climb for a Champions League place. They've scored 10 goals in their last 5 games. Only the likes of Dortmund, Leverkusen and Munich have scored more over that period of time. They've got 7 wins at home with 24 goals scored. Oddly, though, they are one of the most timids? Thank you, Gonzo. They're one of the most timid sides at home, taking just 12.8 shots on goal. Only Mainz, St. Pauli and Kiel average less. When it comes to Freiburg, well, that's 2 losses on the spin for Julian Schuster. It's a real drop-off in form from a side who at one point were on a 7-game unbeaten streak. And they've got as high, actually, as 4th this season. That last win, by the way, came in match day 23. It was a 5-0 bashing of Bremen. Sorry, real Nico. Freiburg's away record is pretty slack. Only 4 wins all campaign. That's with a minus 13 goal difference with only 12 goals scored. Should really be 11 because one of those was an own goal. They are 2 points behind Gladbach, who are locking in on a Champions League spot. Whereas it feels like Freiburg, well, they would be content at this point with a Conference League spot. Our one to watch for Gladbach is Rocco Reitz. Yes, Gonzo, it is a funky name. Rocco there is a 22-year-old German central midfielder. Can play as a DM2. He is actually in the under-21 Gemeinschaft team as well. 22 appearances in the Bundesliga this season. He has scored a goal and he has come up with 1 assist. That last assist, by the way, was in match day 19 against Bochum. He's averaging 2.65 interceptions, 1.8 tackles, and then going forward, 0.7 dribbles. And our one to watch for Freiburg is Junior Adamu. He's a 23-year-old Austrian forward. 20 appearances for Freiburg this season, 6 of those off the bench. He scored 2 goals and he's produced 1 assist. He's also had a saucy red card. Those 2 goals, by the way, came all the way back in match day 3. He is trusted by Julian Schuster to lead the line. He's averaging 1.99 shots, just 1 shot of a gallon, 0.77 take-ons, and he wins 3.22 of his aerial duels per game. As for our prediction, well, we're going Gladbach. We're going Gladbach for 2-0. That's because Freiburg are in free fall, most likely feeling the pressure at the business end of the season. That said, they have finished as high as 5th before. In fact, they've finished 5th on a few occasions, yeah. But the goals have dried up, and goals win you games. Whilst Freiburg, like we say, they're on a late surge for a Champions League football next season. And we feel that momentum of 3 wins, 3 recent wins and this unbeaten streak that they're on is going to prove to be the accelerant to make it happen. Plus, with Tim Kleindist up front, a goal is never too far away. Bochum versus Augsburg, 17th versus 11th. Bochum are coming into this fixture on the back of 3 straight losses and have conceded a painful 10 goals in those 3 games. This is one of 4 times, by the way, in this season where they've racked up a 3-game losing streak. Their last win was in match day 25. That was a freak 3-2 away win to be the party poopers for Munich on their 125th anniversary. They do have 4 wins, though, all season. Unfortunately, though, 3 of those wins have come at home, which is where they are in this one. The trouble is, they just don't score many goals at home. A feeble 13 so far. Only 3 teams have scored less goals at home this season, and points for guessing who they are, outside of St. Pauli. It's Union Berlin and Heidenheim. Augsburg, then, well, they lost the Bavarian derby last time out. That was a 3-1 win. That was after scoring the go-ahead goal as well. And what a go-ahead goal. If you haven't, please check it out. Giannoulis with a rocket past Erbig. That put the brakes on 11 games unbeaten. That was quite a streak, that. The concern for Jess Thurup is that Augsburg will fall away, just like they did last season when they lost 5 out of their last 6 games. This time around, the challenge for Thorpe, well, it's that they don't score many on the road. They've only racked up 15 goals. Funnily enough, that's the same amount as Bochum. Our one to watch for Bochum is Georgios Masouros, the 31-year-old Greek attacking midfielder. He's made 8 appearances for Bochum since joining from Olympiacos. He scored twice already, though. Both of those came in the same game. It was a 2-0 home win over Dortmund. He's averaging 0.5 dribbles, 3 crosses, and 2.21 shots per game. What an asset he's already been for Bochum. Whereas our one to watch for Augsburg is Alexis Claude Maurice, the 26-year-old French attacking midfielder. 22 appearances this season. He's been in the goals. He's scored 9 with 1 assist. Hasn't scored in 6 though. But the last goal that he did score, well, actually it was a hat-trick. He got a hat-trick in the same game against Gladbach. He's averaging 1.93 successful take-ons, 0.2 crosses, and 0.6 key passes per game. As for our prediction, well, we feel that the two sides are going to cancel each other out. Both are desperate for a win. Bochum need it to stay in the Bundesliga. Augsburg need it to push on for Europe. Bochum, well, they're easy to score past at home. However, Augsburg don't score that many goals on the road. With both sides running out of games, a draw feels like it's going to be the most likely result. But we've been known to be wrong before. Holstein Kiel versus St. Pauli. 18th versus 15th. The bottom side, Holstein Kiel, well, they bring 1 win in 5 to this game. That win was back in matchday 24, a slender 1-0 win over Bochum. They have scored 39 times, 18 of those at home, by the way, which is by no means the worst return in the Bundesliga this season. It's only 5 short, by the way, of Leipzig, who are in 5th. The big problem for Holstein Kiel is keeping clean sheets. They've only done this twice all season. I mean, we can always overlook the 68 goals which have beaten Timo Werner. St. Pauli, well, they'll be feeling jacked up after their late equaliser at home to Gladbach. Similar to Kiel, St. Pauli bring 1 win in 5. St. Pauli do struggle to score. It's a slightly better return of 14 goals away compared to their 9 at home. Their last win, though, on the road came in matchday 18, and that was at Heidenheim. Our one to watch for Holstein Kiel is Arman Zigovic. 23-year-old Bosnian and Herzegovinian international. He actually does play for the international side, and he's scoring as well. He's an attacking midfielder. He's made 25 appearances in the Bundesliga. 7 of those have come off the bench. He has scored 4 times as well. No assists, though, but the goals are more valuable, you could argue. His last goal came in a 1-0 win at Union Berlin. That was in matchday 24. He's averaging 0.6 dribbles, 0.4 key passes, and 1.88 progressive carries down the pitch. Our one to watch for St. Pauli is Noah Weishaupt. Weishaupt, yeah. 23-year-old German attacking midfielder. He's made 13 appearances in the Bundesliga, 1 goal so far in this campaign. That came fairly recently, in matchday 26 against Hoffenheim. He's averaging 1.3 key passes, 1.12 successful take-ons, and 3.89 progressive carries down the pitch per game. Prediction time then. This is a game that both sides will be well up for. I mean, I'm not disrespecting St. Pauli, but they've only scored 14 times on the road. Whilst Kiel, well, they're running out of games to claw back points to Bochum and to Heidenheim. With this win that we're predicting at home for Holstein Kiel, well, if they win and Bochum lose to Augsburg, then Kiel would climb off the bottom, which would be a great morale boost. And there'll be 15,000 packed into that old school stadion, sucking the ball into the net. Oh, yeah, on a side note, do you remember Blow Football? Different times, innocent times. You couldn't play it in McDonald's. Be crap with those paper straws. Anyway, what a grandstand occasion it would be for Lewis Holtby to limp on and inspire the win for Holstein Kiel. We're going 1-0, home win, Holstein Kiel. Yes, we can play below football later. VfB Stuttgart versus Werder Bremen. 9th plays 10th. Well, Stuttgart, they smashed Bochum 4-0 away last time out. That halted 2 losses on the spin. Their previous win was quite far back. That was in match day 21. The problem for Sebastian Hoeneß is that defence cannot hold on to a lead. In their last 10 games, they've scored a go-ahead goal 8 times. But they've only converted that into 2 wins. Talking about go-ahead goals and nightmare games, well, Hendricks, De Kiel, Jelfs and Mittelstadt, they'll probably want to bury down the memory of that epic Leverkusen comeback. Stuttgart want to be involved in Europe next season, and it feels like consistency is the key, which they have been lacking of late. As for Werder Bremen, well, they'll be on cloud 9 after their hard-fought 2-0 win against Frankfurt. That makes it 2 wins on the spin, 3 wins in their last 5. That's quite a turnaround for a team that went through 4 straight defeats in February. Bremen are 5 points off the European spots, and it seems like they need to keep winning whilst being reliant upon other results in order for that dream to come true. They need to beat Stuttgart first. Bremen, well, they've won their last 2 games on the road. That's 7 in total all season. Only 2 less than Munich. Wow, what a fact. Our one to watch for Stuttgart is Angelo Stiller, the 24-year-old German central midfielder. Can also play as a DM. He played for Die Mannschaft recently against Italy in the UEFA Nations League. 27 appearances in the Bundesliga. 1 goal with 5 assists. His last assist was in match day 22. That was during a 2-1 loss to Wolfsburg. I assume that was at home because Wolfsburg are very good on the road. Stiller is averaging 1.7 tackles, 1.6 key passes and 0.9 crosses per game. Our one to watch for Werder Bremen is Jens Starg. Big fan of his on Football Manager, by the way. A 28-year-old Danish midfielder, central midfielder. 22 appearances this season, 7 goals. Impressive return for a midfielder. 7 goals and 5 assists. His last assist, by the way, that came in a surprise 2-0 away win at Leverkusen. He's averaging 1.7 tackles, 0.8 key passes, and 3.59 touches in the opponent's box. What a surprise package, Jens Starg. Steger? The whole world's a stage. That's right, Gonzo. But it's Shakespeare. Prediction time then. This is 2 teams who like to drag their fans through the absolute ringer. Stuttgart have the thrust to score first, but don't know how to hold on to a lead. Bremen have a reputation for fighting back. That's inspired by Romano Schmidt, whilst being committed in a low block. Stuttgart, though, they'll manage to find a way around them with overlaps from Mittelstadt and Jelch and the intelligence of Voltemade finding space. It feels like there's going to be high drama and a lot of goals in this game, so we're going with a 2-2 draw. Eintracht Frankfurt versus FC Heidenheim. 3rd place take on 16th. Frankfurt, well, they'll be reeling after losing away to Werder Bremen. That disrupted a 2-game win streak. Still, they have notched up 2 wins in their last 5. Consistency has been an issue of late for Dino Topmuller, although to his credit, he has turned around a 3-game losing streak that happened in early March. Topmuller should be thankful for the early season form being so rich, as it's built a great platform in which to push on for Europe. They are currently in 3rd, and as I say, they're looking for a European spot, but they're looking for Champions League next season, whilst Hugo Ekitike, well, he will want to resume his scoring after drawing a blank against Bremen. Heidenheim, it was heartbreak at home to Leverkusen last time out, as they lost by a slender 1-0 to a Leverkusen strike. That snapped a 3-game unbeaten streak for Frank Schmidt, which included 2 wins on the spin. They are unbeaten away in 3, having scored 4 times. However, they've shipped 28 goals on the road. Only Bochum and Kiel are guilty of worse. Trouble is, they're up against one of the top scorers at home. That's right. Frankfurt have hit 32 goals at home. That's only 2 shy of Dortmund. Our one to watch for Frankfurt is Ellis Scary? Yeah, Ellis Scary. I'm not sure he's scary. He's a 29-year-old Tunisian defensive midfielder. Maybe that's when he becomes scary with his tackling. 24 appearances in the Bundesliga so far this season. No goals to speak of. Then again, he's a DM. He has come up with 1 assist, though, and that was in a 7-2 thumping of Bochum. Oh, sorry about that, Rise. Scary is averaging 1.4 tackles, 1.1 interceptions, and 1.6 long balls. I want to watch for Heidenheim is Jan Schnoppner, 25-year-old German, also a DM, 27 appearances in the Bundesliga so far. He's come up with 3 goals and 2 assists. His last assist came in a 2-2 draw at Leipzig in a game where they took a surprise 2-0 lead. He's averaging 1.7 tackles, 2.5 clearances, and he wins 1.85 aerial duels per game. Our prediction then is that Frankfurt will need to keep distance from the chasing Mainz side, who themselves have goals in them. And whilst we've become fans of the legend that is Frank Schmidt, and we know his team will run through walls for him, we just feel there's more quality in this Frankfurt side. And if there's ever a game and ever a defence to exercise your demons against, then it's Heidenheim, right? So we're going to go with a youthful Frankfurt to win, inspired by the diminutive old master in Mario Götze. That's it, yeah. We're going with a 2-0 Frankfurt home win. And that wraps up our preview of all the games coming up in match day 29. The big questions then. Who's going to win the Klassiker? How much do you rate Union's chances at Leverkusen? And what do you think of our wild predictions? You know the drill by now. Let us know in the comments section down below. And thanks as ever for the support. It means so much to us both. If you could find it in your heart to give us a like and a subscribe, well, not only would that be wonderbar, but it would increase awareness of the channel. As you know, though, a like and a subscribe is your free will. We do have more content to keep you satiated in the meantime. Check out our reaction of Barca smashing Dortmund in the Champions League. And all that remains to be said then is that he's been a rather chatty gonzo. I've been Craig. You've been extremely patient. I'll be the same for now. Thank you as ever for the support, and we'll see you very soon.